This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Another Bahamian murder fugitive has been deported from the United States back to Bahamian soil. Another joint collaboration between the United States Homeland Security and the Royal Bahamas Police Force has resulted in 34-year-old wanted suspect Durval Anson Cornell Hanna of Bimini being arrested and deported. According to police, Hanna, a resident of Baileytown, was arrested in South Florida on June 9th this year by Border Patrol and Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. Hanna arrived in New Providence on Thursday morning, accompanied by ICE officers, and was expected to be flown into Grand Bahama, where he will be questioned by police in reference to the offense of attempted murder, an incident which occurred on Thursday, 18th of November, 2021, while senior government officials were on the island of Bimini. Again, the Royal Bahamas Police Force thanking U.S. Homeland Security investigations teams for their efforts in this incident and look forward to their continued partnership. In other crime news, 2 Grand Bahamian men are in police custody after they were allegedly found in possession of a quantity of suspected marijuana and edible marijuana gummies. Police arrested the 2, a 55-year-old and a 23-year-old, both of South Bahamia, sometime around 9 a.m. on Wednesday. That is when officers of the Anti-Gang and Firearms Unit executed a search warrant on a residence in South Bahamia and discovered the stash. Police are actively investigating and appealing to members of the public, particularly parents, to examine and pay attention to gummy bears that children may have in their possession, as police have seen an increase in marijuana gummy bears. That said, a juvenile male of Crossing Rock, Abaco, is in police custody after he was allegedly found in possession of a quantity of suspected marijuana on Wednesday. According to reports, the schoolboy was found with the drugs by school officials shortly after 11 a.m. Abaco officers were notified by the school, and the student was subsequently removed from the campus. The student's child is assisting police with their investigation. The Bahamas is moving full steam ahead, set to host the 50th annual Carifta Games. 38 countries will send their best athletes in track and field to compete in next year's competition. During an official launch ceremony on the grounds of the Thomas A. Robertson Stadium on Thursday morning, President of the Bahamas Amateur Athletic Association, Dramico Archer, says he believes this will be the best Carifta Games ever held.
We have a facility of 15,000 spectators, with an expansion capacity of 17,500. I believe that we may have to find more seats because this will be an oversubscribed event. It will be the largest event because not only will we have more people participating in an in-stadium event, but it will probably be the largest viewership through the use of technology. I wish to commend the local organizing committee for transmitting and attempting to transmit these events and activities not only within our local domain, but throughout the world.
This will be the 9th time the Bahamas will be hosting the Carifta Games. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mario Boleg, while officially welcoming the delegates who joined the launch virtually, says the Games have been the catalyst to merge the Bahamas with other Caribbean countries.
The Games, which were founded by the Caribbean Free Trade Association, was the first held in 1972 and consisted of track and field events, including sprint races, hurdles, middle distance track events, jumping, throwing events, and relays. Throughout the past 50 years, the sporting discipline have expanded tremendously, which has resulted in more of our junior athletes being exposed and participating at a high level. The Carifta Games has been the catalyst that have provided the world with some of the greatest track and field athletes of all times, and it is my belief that these upcoming games will continue this great tradition.
The 2023 Carifta Games will coincide with the country's 50th independence celebrations, now as the Bahamas prepares to welcome thousands of track and field fanatics, coaches, and college scouts. Minister Boleg assures that the National Stadium will be ready to accommodate those games. Margaritaville Beach Resort kicked off the holiday season with the first tree lighting ceremony on Thursday evening. The night was filled with bright lights, festive holiday cheer, and special holiday music by Eva Hilton Primary School students. The hotel's general manager, Craig Martin, shares his excitement for the event, saying that this is the first Christmas event on this scale since the pandemic.
Well, we're super excited here to, this is our first Christmas we're actually hosting. Last year, of course, everybody had masks on and because of COVID and things, and it wasn't quite the full celebration. So hopefully this year will mark the return of our traditional Christmas traditions and holiday. So, and we're excited to host everyone here. Today's we call it the Christmas trees lighting, because behind me we have our beautiful lobby Christmas tree. We have Christmas trees throughout the property, but also we have, we lit up Bay Street with about 15 of our royal palms that are out in Bay Street. So we're sort of happy just celebrating this, this holiday season. We just look forward to seeing everybody during the holidays, and please come and join us for a drink or to come over and say hello.
Hotel guests and visitors will have a chance to walk through an archway of lights, enjoy the beautiful red and gold decorations throughout the property, and take photos standing next to a 15 feet tall Christmas tree. We had the opportunity to speak with the designer of the stunning decorations, Miss Linda Stubbs, who gave us the inspiration behind the final product.
My inspiration for the design is primarily those palm trees out there. And you drive around to every other hotel, they are lit from the bottom up. I wanted the red bottoms, okay? And so here I am out here wrapping all these tree trunks, but it was so much fun. And I need to thank my team, the design team. Too many names to mention, but they know who they are, and I love them and appreciate them. I am so grateful to Mr. Francis and the management staff here who have embraced everything I've said. They have not said no to anything, really. And it was a great privilege. And with Margaritaville being so strategically placed in the downtown area, I wanted it to be a statement.
Ms. Stubbs of the company named Decorator Den is known for the marvelous holiday display last year in Rawson Square, although there won't be a display as such this year due to the holiday Junkanoo parades. She says people should look out as something is in the works. And finally, onshore activities continue tonight at the Best of the Best Regatta 2022 at Montague, but we hear in this next report that the sailors were basically grounded today because of adverse weather conditions. Today was day 2 of the Best 2022 Regatta at Montague Bay Beach and Park. However, sailing fans were a bit disappointed today as Mother Nature took over with high wind speeds above 20 miles per hour with stronger gusts, which is just a bit too strong for the sailors, making conditions too dangerous to sail. And unfortunately, the forecast calls for Saturday and Sunday to have similar weather. So all the sailors could do today was take the extra time to make repairs and go over race strategy. We caught up with Ian Knowles from Long Island, who says after the pandemic, sailors are just happy that Regatta is back.
It's always exciting to get back into racing. You know, we have 2 sailors chats, and we've been chatting now for the last 2 years. That's all we got to do is talk and brag against each other. But it's so good to see all our friends from all the family getting back together in sloop sailing.
Mr. Knowles is the bowman for the C-Class Xena that did not finish the first race on Thursday, the B-Class New Susan Chase that was 3rd in the first race on Thursday, and the A-Class Running Tide that was 2nd in the first race late Thursday, all 3 sloops out of Long Island. We asked him to give us a breakdown on how his sloops performed in each of the first series races. He began with the C-Class Xena that had the early lead in that first C-Class race but did not finish.
We got out a good start and we went up to about 500 feet from the windward marker. Our mast started to crack and we tried to get around the first marker, but we didn't want to break it off because we'd break our track and tear our sail, so we stopped the race so we could repair it. We repaired the mast yesterday and hopefully that we'll sail today, but don't look like we're going to sail today. But the A-Class, well, we got off to a bad start. We went on the start of the race and we was able to get out. We caught a couple of boats. We ended up getting a close second to the Courageous. The Courageous, they sailed a nice race. Congratulations to Stefano, Kemp, them, and the team. They was close. I know we had them. Their heart was beating fast.
You were on the Susan?
New Susan Chase, yeah. And we also be on the starting line again yesterday. We got hooked up with the Diva, spun us around. We thought we was to sink because they have boom hook into our front stay and spun us around. But we was able to get out. But you know, when you get a bad start in these competitive races, it's difficult to get back in. But we still got back in the 3rd place. But all the boats are sailing well. All these boats are very competitive. And once they get ahead of you, it's difficult to catch them.
We asked Mr. Knowles, what do sailors do on a day like today when the winds are too strong and they can't compete?
Oh, plenty chatting, plenty bragging rights, and plenty talking about what you can do tomorrow, what you can do the day after, and who can win the best of the best. So it'll be fellas can fellowship and talk. We haven't seen one another, most of us, for a long time, and so we just kind of sit down and talk and do some sailing, and some fellas do some drinking, some fellas do some relaxing, so it could be a mixture of all three.
Now, when we spoke with organizers of the regatta, they were uncertain if there will be any more racing this weekend because of the weather, and they are preparing to use the scores from those races that were completed to decide the various champions if they have to resort to that. With that said, another look at the leaderboard after Thursday's action. In the A class, the New Courageous out of Ackland, skippered by Stefano Camp, is sitting in first place, followed by Running Tide second, and the New Legend third. In the B class, Ant's Nest out of Ackland sitting in first place, followed by Old Boy second and New Susan Chase third. Leading the C class is Bull Reg, skippered by Buzzy Roll out of Exuma, followed by Witty K out of Long Island, she's in second, and Sally Sue third. And leading the E class is the Lady Kayla, followed by Baby Wave second and Mako third. The official opening ceremony for the regatta is set for tonight at 7:30 p.m. This regatta update is being brought to you by Brown's Boat Basin, Marlin Marine, Bayshore Marina, and Lightbourne Marine. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jareno Saunders. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you so much.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.